Really, I went on a round-the-world trip, and I got really, really sick. At the end of the trip, I had mono, and dysentery, and bacterial parasite, and...
Nice.
Oh, I had spent 3 days in a hostel in Paris, unable to get out of the bed to go to the bathroom, with 2 German tourists who were sharing the dorm with me, and they really didn't like the way the room smelled. Anyway, so I had to come home early. Came home early, called my mother from the bus station in Springfield, Massachusetts, and said, "Mom, you cannot believe what just happened to me. I just ran into the group of photographers who work for National Geographic. They did the whole Titanic thing. They're going to do this underwater shoot of the lost ruins of off the Isle of Lesbos. And I've been in this pool in Oslo for the last few days, training to dive with them. And anyway, I'm sorry, Mom, I gotta go. The train's about to leave, but I'm gonna be just off the Isle of Lesbos with the National Geographic people." And then I called Darius, and I was like, "Hey man, I'm at the bus station in Springfield. Can you come pick me up?" And he came and picked me up, and he called my mother. This is a long and elaborate and quite boring lie. He came and picked me up and called my mother and said, "Hey, can I borrow some of my younger brother Sasha's juggling stuff?" Because he was teaching a class at that point and he wanted to show them how to juggle or something. And my mother said, "Yeah, sure, Darius, come on up." And so Darius came up and... Do you remember the story? Because I don't.
I think it ends in breastfeeding.
So Darius goes in and he's talking to my mother in the living room and talking about, she was sort of bragging to him about how I'm going off to work with the National Geographic people on the Isle of Lesbos. And he says, "All right, well, I gotta go to the bathroom." He goes upstairs, goes to the bathroom, and I'm up there waiting for him, and we change clothes. So now I'm dressed as Darius, and I have his hat on and his jacket and the whole thing, and I go downstairs and I go to the piano and I start playing the piano, singing a song in Darius's voice. And it sounds something like this. Sort of an exaggerated version of his voice, but certainly unmistakable. And then my mother and at this point Darius is now dressed as me in the kitchen. My mother goes into the kitchen, she hears Darius singing at the piano, sees Darius in the kitchen, and freaks the fuck out. Her brain simply cannot compute how this is happening. And it's like she is going to have a heart attack. And she literally goes stumbling, like goes ghost white, and just starts stumbling backwards, like, what is happening? Like she had completely lost her mind, and it was an incredibly satisfying finish to a really elaborate lie.
Misha, you know, as your friend, I have to say that I think you shouldn't wear that necklace from Ghost Lady. She probably did some stuff to that thing. No, I'm kidding, put it on.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'll risk it.